In this question, what it's wanting us to look at is calculating the area of shapes. Now, thinking back to S1 and 2, that's quite straightforward. We know the various formula for calculating them. This one's specifically a triangle, so if we think back to S1, 2, formula for that is a half times the base times the height. Now the issue at this stage with this type of question is that we're not going to be given the base and the height. What we're going to be given is two sides and the angle between them, or the means to calculate the angle between them using the sides of the triangle. Now this brings in the new formula for the area of the triangle that we have to bring up at National 5. Now thankfully this formula appears in the formula list, so if you have a major mind blank and forget it on the day, you can look it up. But that formula is that the area of the triangle equals a half AB sine C. Now in this, the A, the B and the C all refer to the same things. The A and the B always mean the sides that make the angle, and the C is always the angle in between them. So if I look at this triangle here, my A and my B would be the 45 and the 70, and my C would refer to the angle at P, so the 129 degrees. Now a point to note here, the A and the B, I've marked them here as 45 and 70 respectively. If I mark them the other way around, because it's multiplication between them, it wouldn't make any difference to the calculation whatsoever. It would just be written the other way round. What I can do now that I've got all of these values is simply substitute them into this formula and perform my calculation. So I'd then be able to say, fine, so I know that the area is equal to a half times A, which is 45, times B, which is 70, times sine C, so times sine of 129. Now, in this case, it quite nicely appears in a calculator paper. What we can do then at this stage is quite simply just stick it in the calculator and get an answer. Once we do that, we end up getting the answer of 1204.004, and then it continues on after that. So what I now have to do is turn this into a communicated answer and make sure that they understand exactly what it is. So for that, I'd have to make sure they understood that the area equals 1204. I'm going to round it to a whole number because it's 0.0, so we're as well getting rid of that. There's no way that the question has told us whether it's 2 decimal places, 1 decimal place, 2 or 3 significant figures, so the rounding in this case is irrelevant, so I've just gone for that. But the key thing I have to make sure I remember here is the units. Sides are in centimetres, so my units of area are square centimetres. That is vital. You have to make sure the units are correct in questions like this involving area and volume. If not, they could cost you marks in the exam paper. So make sure you know the difference between a unit of length, a unit of area and a unit of volume. This type of question, follow the same routine every single time. If you can get the right formula and the right sides and substitute them in properly, as long as you can push the right buttons on a calculator, you should be laughing.